Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Last you heard us, we were talking about the Super Bowl and Rudy, right?
Yeah, Super Bowl and
Yes.
Rudy.
Um,
Two
um,
random ass things.
After that happened, there has been a lot of chaos that has happened in the NFL, and also the NBA, and also the NCAA men's basketball, and also F1 season starts. Yay!
Then on top of that, we have the road to WrestleMania with arguably one of the biggest main events we had. It actually has serious build up this time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Um,
shit happening at once. Also, the baseball, the baseball world, the World Baseball Series is going on right now, and the World Baseball Classic. I'm sorry, the World Baseball Series. The World Baseball Classic is going on right now, and the XFL is actually entertaining.
yeah, they've been selling out. But D, you mentioned baseball.
I saw the old ass white man who passed him. You saw the old ass white man. No, hold on. You saw the old ass warmonger who died. Baseball season is here.
It's here, baby. Before we get to that, football has happened in Dallas. We have a casualty that happened, and
Oh man, we
that
knew
is
this was going to happen. See, it was
one.
funny. Go ahead.
One Zeke Elliott is gone.
Yep.
We thought what was going to happen was Dak restructured his contract, so he's staying, and we thought Zeke was going to restructure, but Jerry did the smart thing where he was like, "No, Zeke has value. We're not going to do him dirty like that. You know what, Zeke? You want to go off and check some other teams? We don't mind. Do you get your money?"
Yep.
And I think that's a smart thing because instead of forcing him to restructure his contract and take less, it's like, you know what, Zeke, we love you. We feel you deserve better. Check out other teams.
Now, here's the only thing I think that is Dallas, like, look, all right, put it this way. If you are a fan, you're hoping this. And then I say a fan, if you're a fan of Zeke. What you're hoping is that he can't find nothing else, and Dallas is like, hey, get back in here.
That
And
happened. That has
because
happened a lot.
that is a possibility that will happen. I don't think it will. I think somebody will get him
Who
because
will
here's the
take
funny.
him?
Uh,
Because there are a lot of teams that need running backs, and like, dude, I would laugh if Washington takes him.
Whoever gets him, number one, you're getting him at a reduced rate. Nobody's going to pay him what Dallas ever paid him. So that's already out. Number two, he's only going to be good for 3 yards. And I mean, 3 yards at a time. Shit. And to
Which
be
is actually
honest,
not bad.
well, actually, no, I'm being generous. It's only going to be 2 yards because behind our line, he can only produce two. And and the same blockers produce way more, you know what I'm saying, do way more for Tony. Now, here's the thing about Tony. Yeah, Tony benefits off of Zeke, but then you see some games, Zeke didn't touch the ball. And
Tony is
Tony
just
was ding 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 ding. So you
yeah.
go with the hot hand, and you have no choice but to go with the hot hand in this. And I think Tony is the hot hand, and he's a smarter choice, and you got to pay that dude because I don't want to see him slip out of Dallas. And he actually has a good, because his running backs, true talk, real talk, he has only a good 2-3 years, but he has that awesome 2-3 years with some other team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Running backs. And here's the funny thing with running backs. I get the urgency of re-signing them and make sure they stay there because you don't know how long that burst of awesome is going to last. We've seen it with Todd Gurley. We've seen it with Jamal Anderson. We've seen it with shoot. Denzel, how you doing? By the way, we seen it with your boy. We seen it with Decker, not Decker.
Eckler.
Heck, yeah. We seen it with Eckler. We seen it with all these dudes, and we was like, oh, it was really good. Those
Eckler.
first 3 seasons, and you start seeing that track going downward. So
Eckler, a guy who I found his
I still think he
backstory.
still got a burst.
I will say this. I think
him,
his backstory is amazing in how he was living on the streets and he got a chance to play out for the Chargers and he got to a point to where he's their starter guy in any rookie running back that try to take his spot. He looks at him like, hey, you try to take my spot, you better work hard because you ain't getting this shit.
But still, you don't know how long you're going to have this burst of a running back. So I get that urge to resign him. Now, what do you do when you get a running back that was once good, but that good example? Remember we got who was it? Alfred Morris, and he was only good for 3 yards when he was with Zeke.
But
that's all you're going to be good for.
To be fair, he was
like
good.
10 carries. You getting your 10 carries and you're sitting the hell down.
But to be fair to him, though, when Zeke was out for that suspension, he did pretty good for Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. He did. He put his way. He did.
He did. He could have been worse.
Put his way. He held water. That's all we needed. It's like, yo, just hold water. We're straight. Zeke is back.
I tell you what, a good example of it, actually, Urinated Tree just talked about him, was Herschel Walker, when Herschel Walker actually came back to Dallas. Here's the weird thing. When he came back his last year with Dallas, if you see the number and you actually see the runs that he did, it was like, so Herschel, are you still good? Was it just like a choice for you to be good or something?
It's the Darren McFadden thing where Darren McFadden's old ass. Like, oh, Darren McFadden is still.
No, Darren McFadden to me was trash, and a lot of y'all liked him because y'all played with him in NCAA football, and now y'all just want to still be fans of McFadden. He still got it.
McFadden went through a lot with Oakland. I felt bad for him.
McFadden, but see, it was McFadden kind of reminded me of God. Who he remind me of? Not the homie that played for the Redskins. Oh God, but it's almost like you was really good, but it was like
now
he was never going to be that.
I would say that. I would say to doubt. Now that was the only casualty. Dallas, on the other hand, they freed up a lot of cap space to where they've been re-signing all their players. Thank God.
I got Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, they got Brandon Cooks. They said the OBJ, which I think a lot of us finally saw the light and was like, okay, that's better than getting OBJ because the thing about OBJ,
I don't know why anybody wanted to still get him.
Because we saw the name and thought we can get him at a good price, and then the realization kicked in, like, hold on, Brandon Cooks has been very healthy even when the Texans was slumming it. Get him.
And I don't know if Cooks is not good no more or whatever, but you know what?
Oh, he got 1,000 yards. He got 1,000 yards with ease last season. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't know why it like 2 fifth rounders. That's all it took. I'll take it.
And we still got some first rounders too. So it's
and also I also highly misvalue people. So when I see people go for 4th rounders and 5th rounders, first thing you think, he's not worth nothing. No, that's still a pick, motherfucker. That's still a man you're giving up for a question mark.
Dallas still has a lot of picks to their credit, so I would say that it's like, all right, cool.
And I will also say that the trade they got for Stephon Gilmore was actually pretty damn good too. Now,
Now
that being said, I hate the fact that it was for a steal. But that being said, it's the Colts. They're fucking stupid. So it doesn't matter.
Hey, Mo was sitting up there kicking rocks.
They're in a fire sale right now. Like, if you notice that, a lot of people are leaving Indiana right now, man. They're trying to get the fuck out of Indianapolis right now. Yeah, so that does not surprise me at all. But yeah, I thought getting Gilmore just like you just made D say something that he never thought he said. This Dallas secondary is nice. I never thought I would say that. Do you know how long it took me? You know what upset me when I really started getting into the football? We drafted a good linebacker. D, y'all don't have no good secondary. Yes, we do. Who do y'all got? We got Darren Woodson.
Darren Woodson? Yeah.
Oh my God. And it's been that way ever since then. Hey, we got Terrence Newman. Ha ha. Yeah, he the only nigga covering, but so it always felt like our secondary was either decent or just trash. You know what I mean? And I felt these last 2 seasons they've been good, like actual good. With that addition to Stephon Gilmore, seeing how Donovan Wilson's getting better, seeing how Diggs is at. Diggs, who quieted down last season, but he actually focused in a lot and refined a lot of his game. You see a lot, and the other two, I always forget their names when I want to bring them, but the other two nickelbacks that we got on the team, though. Those two dudes that come in for the secondary is nice, but Dallas. So yeah, I
But,
should, bro.
meanwhile, Washington got Jacoby Brissett as backup quarterback. So
They got the brisket.
we got the brisket. They got Wiley and Gate.
Hey, Washington, you already know what I'm about to say. I live here. If y'all do what I think y'all going to do, I'm going to be on all of y'all asses. That's all I'm saying. We're done.
Darren Payne signed a 4-year, $90 million deal, defensive tackle.
Mhm.
They got Kansas City Chiefs offensive tackle Andrew Wiley. They got
Which I thought was a good. You're getting Andrew. I thought that was a decent on pickup.
They got center Andrew Wiley from the Giants, and they got Cody Barton and Danny Johnson. Danny Johnson being the quarterback and then linebacker Cody Barton.
And fuck it, Dizel's here. Who did the Chargers get?
We re-signed our tight end, Donald Parham.
You need that.
We re-signed our punter. We also kept Cameron Dicker, the kicker.
Why?
I mean, to be honest,
now was this the good one or the bad? Was this the good one?
Dicker was the good one. Dicker was the one that was keeping us in.
Yeah.
Like whereas Hopkins was the one. He was the one that had like the groin injury or something, and we won because he kept on kicking like 4 field goals. He kept on going in, and it was just like I can just keep stretching and all this stuff, and he just kept on kicking it up the uprights.
Man ripped his nutsack open.
So we got that.
Ripped his nutsack open, probably
for the team.
The visuals of that shit
won the game. Hey, Grandpa, who you play for? Do it. Where your Super Bowl rings? Upstairs. I keep on telling you. Don't tell Granddaddy about it.
We also re-signed someone on the defensive line, Morgan Fox. Thank God. This one, I'm like, why are we keeping this man around? Well, know what? I don't know why, but Easton Stick, the third string backup, quarterback.
I mean, either
he knows the book. He knows the playbook.
And we signed what you call it? Eric Kendricks from formerly from Minnesota, linebacker from Minnesota.
Now Kendricks, if I'm mistaken, what season is he in? Wow, what season is that nigga?
I don't know, but look at he's 31 years old.
That's what I say. I was like to say I know, like I said, I know he ain't like 10 years in the league, but I know he up there, man. How effective he gonna be on that
which
team?
Actually helps us out because looking at his stats, he is currently his run coverage grade was 81, so he can help us out with the run, which is what for those of you. For the long time fans of Working Title Sports Show, you will know that my gripes with the Chargers defense is that we can't stop the damn run.
No, you can't.
Even with a Bosa, they can't stop a fucking run.
He has 919 tackles. He is second among players since 2015. And coverage grade, he's at 84%, which is fourth among all linebackers between 2019 and 2022.
So there you got me on that one. I heard that number, but why? Now, what did y'all signed him?
Yeah, we signed him. I don't think we didn't trade for him.
It wasn't like a trade for him. I just wanted to make sure y'all
it was a signing. That was a signing. We haven't done any trades. We've done mostly either re-signs or signs. We re-signed Trey Pipkins, our right tackle. So again, yes, keep the O-line strong. We gotta beef up the O-line, beef up the D-line, but like I said, I feel like Khalil and Bosa restructured their contracts so that way we could have some money salary wise, so that way we can get some money in the cap. And then also I also believe that it was Mike Dub and Keenan Allen also restructured their contracts so that way we could have some money to play around with. So I'm just like, and we may be trading Austin Eckler because apparently they couldn't get a deal down. So you talk about, did we trade anyone? We may potentially be trading Austin Eckler.
For what?
Because
Well,
apparently
think about it.
The man is leading the NFL in touchdowns. NFL in touchdowns. The man, and yet apparently Dean Spanos and tight pocket Tom Telesco don't want to pay the man.
They're gonna get Zeke Elliott.
And listen, no disrespect to you guys. I know Zeke's your boy.
Don't do that.
Zeke would be a downgrade.
I mean, yeah, but you know
Zeke
it's gonna
would be
happen.
a downgrade.
That's why I said that. Don't do that.
Listen, Austin Eckler, because I was talking to my pops, and I was like, Eckler, and CJ, you've had him on your fantasy. You know, Eckler could get you a solid 7 or 8 yards that first down.
Yep, easily.
Whereas if we go for Zeke gonna give us what, like 3-4 in that
two
first
yards, 2 yards, 2 yards, two.
Here's the one thing. I think a lot of people who are going to be fetching for Zeke, they're going to look at this. Zeke got 12 rushing touchdowns last year.
Tony Pollard got way more than that.
No. That's what I'm saying, though. 12. How did Zeke get those 12 touchdowns? Oh, 5 yards out from the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't scored a touchdown outside of the red zone.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But that being said, though, we at the line. Give it to Zeke. But
Denzel.
Look, it's like this. I hate saying it right now. He's a sponge, but give it to him.
But Denzel, at least you're not the Ravens.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is going on with
They signed Lamar to a 1-year deal, but he has the option to sign to another.
He got that non-exclusive franchise tag.
Mm-hmm. Now the only team right now that's seriously looking at him is the Colts, and I'm looking at Lamar like, do not go to the Colts. Do not go to the Colts. Please do not go to the Colts.
But the one thing did come out that was very funny to everybody realizing that, which makes me laugh because a lot of stupid people are saying, "What's wrong with that? This nigga ain't got no agent."
He is his agent.
He's his own agent. Now, here's the thing. He's been butting heads with one Adam Schefter, and has basically been debunking Adam Schefter's shit, because Adam Schefter, as much as Adam Schefter gets certain things right, there's some shit that Adam Schefter gets wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's known. I think it's known that Schefter gets his information wrong from time to time. And I say time to time, and I won't give it like a percentage like he's always wrong, but he gets it wrong sometimes.
I think with Lamar, it's more with Lamar right now, even though he doesn't have an agent, it's so much speculation than actual truth. Mm-hmm. And because it's speculation, everybody's like, oh, the only thing we know is the Ravens is dropping the ball big time, because it's like, you look at the fact, all these signings of quarterbacks, including the Giants, who signed Daniel Jones to a bigger contract than fucking Dak Prescott.
Should have got.
I swear to God,
way more than he should have got.
Dak Prescott's deal is looking so cheap in comparison to all these other quarterbacks getting deals. I was like, wow, we actually bitched at one point about Dak's contract.
Man, you see what they giving Geno? I don't care what that nigga did.
I love Geno. He deserves it. Might as well.
No, he don't.
Hey.
Mountaineer deserves anything.
Black quarterbacks stick together, man.
Black quarterback, shut the fuck up. That nigga don't even know how to spell his name. Look, the point is,
that's mean, dude. That's mean.
Look, he a quarterback. Of course, he know how to spell his name.
Hey, Geno Smith punch you in the mouth on the street. I'm just gonna be like,
come on, Geno Smith's a black quarterback, had a mama and a daddy. It's the proper way that you need to be.
I swear to God, hearing Deion say that shit. Well, first off, I gotta see if they're in a 2-parent household. And I'm like,
look, real quick, can we touch on that? I will say this, y'all, black people, listen to me. there are some things you say not around a mic.
Mhm.
Because you know doggone well when it comes to politics, when it comes to any of this bull crap, the second you say it on air, it is subject for everybody to judge it. Now, when it's amongst you and your boys, everybody else like that, fine. Trust me, there will be people around you. That's right. I know that's right. Now, when you say that shit on air, when you say that shit in front of a microphone,
Yeah.
you can't do that. So, do you agree with Dion? I will say this. I know what he's saying. Do I agree with it? Of course not. I get. Look at me, black people. I get what he means. I know what he means. That being said, Dion, you do realize that logic is flawed because more than likely my son's going to be a DN, and like his daddy and his dad. I guess he ain't hungry enough. I guess you need a mama that had her son when she was like 12 because she was raped and she had a hard life and the boy had a hard life. And I need the intensity. I guess my son, who's a blue chip, ain't got the intensity. That is what I'm talking about. That makes no sense. I get what you mean. Like it's what Chris Rock said, and everybody took it wrong. Where it's like you don't do that in front of white folk. Everybody, like shut up. Y'all know that's a means of protecting ourselves. In the same sense, this is like black
people.
It was like we know that rule all our lives, and all of a sudden black people, how dare you say that, nigga? Don't be fighting in front of these crackers. Like shut the. They arrest all of us. They're gonna shoot one of us. Somebody's getting shot. Somebody. It's like
my parents told me not to fight for the white people. But did your parents also tell you that it was okay to have white people call you the nigger in front of you on a panel?
Denzel,
I know.
Denzel, you're about to lose this argument, and that's why I said Denzel stop. Because you know exactly. Because don't that black folk, you know exactly what that fucking means. That's the opportunity for white people to call us, treat us, and move us anywhere.
To quote Michael Irvin.
That is not. Who you say?
To quote Michael Irvin, that's one of the young ladies did. They ain't learned from mom how to cook. Lose the recipe. Exactly.
No, here's the thing that gets me with the logic though that a man like you want your defensive players to be hungry and all that and want them to come from. It's just weird. Here's the thing. Weird. You know what it is? No. This is what they said. Like I said, once again, you say that amongst your boys, they know where you coming from. But when you say that to everybody else, here's where the logic comes in. Okay, so let me get this shit straight. Why would it be different?
No, it is. Steve Harvey said it best, right? He said
why?
Steve Harvey said
you say shit like that and think everybody's going to be like.
Steve Harvey said it best. He said he's caught in a conundrum because his kids, have been born into money essentially with him and everything, right? Sure. And he was like, it's this struggle of you don't want your kids to struggle, but you want them to understand the value of building up. Because he was like, hey, I had to build myself up because my dad only gave me $5 and just said, make that shit work. And I had to, do X, X, Y, and Z to build up. And it's like, I don't want to look at my kids and say, F you get no money, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I want them to kind of build themselves up.
I mean, like how Prime talking about when he was on I Am Athlete talking about when I already told my kids to will, they ain't getting any of this money. I'm spending every last cent.
There's it's the truth, because especially when it comes to black people, because a lot of us don't come from no type of wealth, no type of any solid anything when it comes to anything financial like that. So real talk, a lot of this shit is new, and just real talk, a lot of this shit that we were taught came from old misers and shit telling us like, don't feed the homeless and shit like that. A lot of black people got their information from people who are very greedy. We got a lot of our information from people just honestly, they didn't know what they were talking about. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of this shit that black people are raw to. And there's a lot of shit that black people are not ready to move on and all the rest of this shit. But the one uniting thing is So my son has to come. My son, by the way, my son, not my real son, my son, who is a blue chip, who had Nick Saban over here. Please, 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 please come to my school. He's not good enough for you because what again? Well, because you in his life. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Prime, Mr. Prime, sir.
So my son going to Colorado State.
That's why I'm like, okay, so yeah, he going to Alabama, and I hope he decks the living shit out of your son. I hope he comes off of a cornerback shoulders first. You know what I mean? like I don't get that logic, you know. But like I said, there's a lot of things like black folk. Look, there are too many young new black people walking around that got an education but have nowhere to point it at. So stop. So stop saying stuff to make it go. Just stop it. Just stop.
But
just stop.
Anyways,
just stop.
Back to Lamar.
Look, just make fun of Bakugan and keep them in a box. Oh, it's real. Hey, Denzel, you're a younger millennial. It's real easy to box you in, nigga. Anyway,
but back to the conundrum.
All I gotta do is bring up Gogut, and you go, nigga.
but what is your guys' theory on why there are no, other than the Colts, there's no other teams like biting on Lamar?
You know what? Here's the thing. I think Lamar, number one, that's the problem. I say he ain't got no agent. And that's going to be a huge problem.
Exactly.
You have no agent. You have nobody to do it. You have to do it on your own. That's stupid. You're an athlete.
I was saying, like I was again talking about Dad about this, and he was like, and like you said, D, he doesn't have an agent. What an agent would be able to do is while Lamar is out there playing, the agent will be able to talk to these owners and management and try to work out these deals behind the scenes while Lamar don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that since Lamar is his own agent and he's his own representation, now Lamar has to go ahead and try to scramble in and cram in all this negotiations with all these owners and all these teams, while meanwhile making sure that he himself is healthy and in peak condition to continue to play.
Brief insight to Three Black Geeks. Me, Eris, and CJ we all have the same email. We all don't check it every fucking day.
I mean, I do.
So imagine, but hold on, Chris. I'm going with something.
All right.
But imagine if you will, now, Chris, we get about how many? About on a really good day, we'll get 20. We'll get 20 emails. Yeah, some junk, but still, they're emails for us to go through and see what we got for business. Imagine if you were an NFL quarterback. Your phone, ding, 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 and you're all the questions, everything that an agent goes through.
Yeah.
Does anybody please tell me he got a nigga like, nah, man, Lamar here, nigga. At least tell me you at least
gotta work out, deal with your family stuff. Maybe you got a girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I also got to keep my phone near me in case I get business emails. Do you not want to play the 10% to your agent, Lamar? Is that what that is? No.
And to what teams are fishing, how much you want to bet if you had an agent, there'd be at least 5 teams right now buzzing in the media that we've been talking to.
Absolutely.
Because the agent knows how to divide that.
Because to be honest with you, if he had an agent, the Jets wouldn't have got bum ass Aaron Rodgers.
No, they wouldn't have.
The Jets would have probably got.
That was almost a written deal.
Oh,
that was going to happen.
I heard the Jets wanted. I heard the Jets wanted Lamar. I heard the Jets kind of sort of was looking at Lamar.
Oh, they did, but when it really became apparent that that Green Bay was trying to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. That's enough fun that we can talk about, y'all. When Green Bay done with Aaron Rodgers doing his camp and all, huh?
Oh, they're done with them.
Yeah, they was doing.
Yeah, wash their hands of his ass.
He was out doing his little camp, little retreat, saying like, "Well, I don't know if we're going to make a decision or not." Green Bay's like, "No, nigga, we making your decision. You're getting the fuck out of here. We're done with you." So
Outta here.
who were the only teams that could get him? I didn't hear no other team. The only team I saw
Jets.
that everybody else saw that jumped up high were the Jets, like us. And to be honest with you, it's not a bad pick for the Jets because they're leaning on a team that can really go deep into the playoffs.
Mhm.
And even though I don't trust Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, and the Dallas Cowboys, he's not playing the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. So guess what? I don't trust him going deep in the playoffs.
No, because
That
now
being
you're in
said,
the AFC. You're
you're in the
now in the
AFC.
AFC. It's not the NFC where it's like, oh, this is going. This it's not. You're not gonna go all Davis talk about. Oh, the Packers me in the playoffs. This finna be a breeze.
You're in
Yeah,
the
you gotta
AFC.
set up there.
You're in the AFC East, where it's actually since one Thomas Brady is gone, it's been getting tougher now.
Yes.
All of a sudden, there's competition there.
So it's like,
Oh,
so Aaron Rodgers is
speaking
like, oh, we're going to the
of
Jets.
which,
Oh, well, guess what, Aaron? You're gonna have to deal with Jalen Ramsey
Mhm.
twice.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to deal with the Bills twice, and the Patriots.
And the Dolphins.
Like I said,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
Ramsey and the
Dolphins. Yeah,
Dolphins
my
twice.
bad. Yeah, my
The
bad.
Bills
speaking of which,
twice.
Ramsey going over to the Dolphins and not go. Remember, they would say it was going to the Cowboys. I knew he wasn't going to come to the Cowboys. So when we didn't get him, I was kind of mad when we heard we got Gilmore. I was like, yeah, hey,
Oh,
whatever.
he's next to his old team, Saxonville, so you know it's all good.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
he
that
back
being-
home. He back home.
Back
Hey,
home.
man, that's what I'm saying. He's going to do. We'll see how good it is. I still think Miami ain't there yet because they ain't got a quarterback yet. Oh yeah, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Tua
they
got signed.
Tua's coming back.
Tua, they exercising his 5th-year option. I'm like, oh, Tua, I got concussed 6
Again,
times.
CJ, they don't have a
Don't
quarterback.
kill that man.
He's gonna get
Don't you
killed.
take that man out there so he can die.
He's gonna get
Don't
murdered.
you do that,
He's
man.
about to get murked. That boy
Oh
about to
my
get murked.
god. And here's the thing. Like, I don't want to see that dude get knocked hit. Remember when Kurt Angle came back? Remember when Kurt Angle came back and he landed funny on his neck?
Mm-hmm.
Same deal. It's the same shit.
All it takes is somebody just to look at Tua the wrong way. Done.
Oh God, man! I ain't never seen like whatever. Anyway, the point is, but also, you know what's very fun with this offseason? Seeing the Patriots just become dog shit. I love it. Like the Patriots are slowly just turning into the pumpkin that they always were to be.
Don't worry, D. If Tua goes down this year, the Dolphins have Mike White as a backup.
They might be all right.
The Dolphins have Mike White as a backup to Tua. Oh my god!
And then and then like I said, you gotta have to deal with all those motherfuckers in the AFC that are different, man. They have whatever, man.
There is no way Aaron Rodgers is gonna take the Jets to an AFC championship in the next two or 3 years or so. I feel like he's gonna get bounced out either in the wild card or the semi or the divisional round.
Here's the fun part. Everybody's saying playoffs. But you did as a guarantee.
I know it's not a guarantee.
Fucking with Aaron Rodgers, that's not a guarantee, man. That is not a guarantee at all, bro.
It's not a guarantee. But if they make it to the playoffs, they're getting bounced out either in the wild card or the divisional round if they lucked out in the wild card and won.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, we know how tough the AFC is. Wait, and it'd just be Aaron's luck that if he if he takes the Jets to the divisional round, and he got to go up against the Chiefs.
Speaking of which, speaking of your division, how does it feel that you ain't got to deal with Carr no more? I know he wasn't like a thorn in your side, but he was a thorn in your side. So I need to know.
And that's what I tell people, like, because my buddy Matt, who's a fan of the Saints, he was like, so you're glad that you ain't got to deal with Carr? I was like, to be honest, yes.
Really?
I am so glad that, I mean, listen, as much flack as we give Carr, the man got an arm.
Yeah, he does.
The man got some legs too.
I don't think he was gifted with. I'll put it this way: gifted. And I hate saying like. I don't think he was. I don't think the team that he was planning to have is as good as he thought he was. Like,
No.
because he had to deal with one wide receiver going to jail for life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He had to deal with Devontae. Well, Devontae Adams was cool, but still,
Yeah, Devontae was cool.
it
Devontae
feels
was
like
cool.
he should have been better than what he is. But
Yeah,
whatever.
like you had Renfro, Devontae Adams, and Waller.
You had Amari Cooper at one point in your career too.
Yeah, Amari.
Ain't like he never had. It ain't like I think what it is. It
He
falls
didn't have an
on-
O line.
Yeah, that. And I think what it also is that he just never won, because that's the thing I always hate about guys who are really, really good players that don't necessarily like win a lot of playoff games or stuff like that. They don't get that respect as a winner and all the rest of it. It's just a thing that carries on them. That's why I was like upset about Carson Palmer, because I thought he was going to be like he's going to prove it this year. He's going to get over the look. He's going to win Marvin Williams. He's going to win Marvin Lewis's first playoff game. It's all going to be good. And it never happened. It never happens for some of these guys who have these incredible arms and all the rest of that shit.
Yeah.
But whatever. But I think him going to the Saints, real talk, is a second chance for him, though.
Yes,
especially because I say that because I really think Oakland didn't like his ass either.
Oh, Vegas didn't. Vegas.
I feel like the Raiders were done with him after the third year. They're like, yeah, we're can we move on? Can we get a better
now
quarterback?
we go from Carr to Jimmy G.
So I know here's the mean joke. The mean joke is that it's a lateral line. All right, that's a lateral move.
It is.
You think so?
It is.
You really think that's a lateral move?
What's a lateral move?
What for the Raiders to go from Derek Carr to Jimmy G?
That is a lateral move.
That's how it could be D. I think Jimmy G is a lot better than everybody. To me,
it's like going from a D plus to a C minus. Sure, it's a little bit better, but are the Raiders?
Hold on, y'all. Stop, Chris. Did you just pull a D line back onto D? Fuck you.
I mean,
hold on. But that being said, really.
I guess
I give Jimmy way too much credit.
Are the Vegas Raiders going to go to the playoffs with behind Jimmy G next year? Ask yourself that.
Kind of.
Because Jimmy G doesn't have Deebo Samuel to bail him out anymore.
No, but you know who does have? He got Devontae Adams.
He got Devontae
Renfro,
rated 99 Adams.
Waller,
Renfro, he's like a 94.
And he has Josh Jacobs, which still to this day is like, if you want to talk about a Raiders player that is a thorn in my side, it's Josh fucking Jacobs.
But also, can Jimmy G stay healthy?
That is even the better question. And I was only come up to that because despite though that Derek can stay healthy and Derek can take all of his losses on the chin, while Jimmy is not there for half of them because he's hurt.
Anyways,
so, porn star Jimmy G. He definitely gonna be porn star Jimmy G because he in Vegas now.
Oh! Did y'all talk about this guy in the monumental trade that went down? Oh, where's it at?
So he went to
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got themselves Baker Mayfield, baby.
What they give up? A 7th?
Oh, let me check.
Hold on, wait. Can we pull up?
They give that nigga a 7th round. They give him a 7th round draft pick for that fool.
Oh.
Somebody had a Hyundai. Somebody had a 2005 Hyundai Elantra outside.
No, it was they didn't trade. It was
free agency. Free agency.
1 year, 8.5 mil.
Oh man, they got him for the cheap.
He's coming right behind the great man. Speaking of Tampa Bay, also, Fournette is gone.
Yeah.
They are cleaning house down in Tampa Bay.
Yep.
So as much as it hates me to say this, sounds like the Saints may be the runners up to win the NFC South.
Well, they got famous Jameis back in the saddle for another year. So
Yeah, and they got that boy Jamal Williams.
Derek Carr still there. Like I said, Derek Carr has a new outlook on life. So hey,
So Derek Carr now has Alvin Kamara, Mike Thomas, and the Jamal Williams.
Y'all talk about Thielen going to the Panthers?
No. We ain't
Wait,
talking
what?
about
I heard he wasn't going to resign with the Vikings. I didn't hear that.
More gone. Thielen is in with the Panthers.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, Justin Jefferson, it's all on you, broski.
Oh, and
All
the
right.
Lions signed the Eagles safety Gardner Johnson.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yo, Lions
Darius Slay leaving
the
the Eagles, man, that caught me though. Darius Slay leaving the Eagles, like, yo, that's it.
I mean, yo, what do y'all predict the Eagles getting back into the same position they are to
wait a minute.
Super
And
Bowl?
Miles Sanders is going to the Panthers, 4-year deal.
Wow. That's insane.
Who's going to who?
Miles Sanders, the running back for the Eagles, is going to the Panthers on a 4-year deal.
Yeah, so the Eagles.
Never mind. I guess I look. Hey,
Eagles cleaning up house, man. Who the fuck knew, man?
hey, you win the Super Bowl if you don't lock down your players. You know, it is what it is. You know, don't know what to say. Don't know what you say.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyways, D.
Yep. But
Oh no, I was gonna say Darius Slay is still with the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he signed a 3-year,
I know he got
$42 million
released.
extension. No,
Stay with them.
nah, that was false. That was fake news. But nah, he signed a
all right.
3-year, $42 million extension, 23 fully guaranteed.
So, you know, me and D predicted that the Wizards are going to be slumming it for a playing spot. We knew this already, and they are. They're pretty much in 10th place. They're slumming it. They're tied with the Bulls at this stage, so it's going to be them duking it out for the 10th place. Who knew that the Lakers and the Wizards be in the same spot? Because the Lakers are dueling against like the Trailblazers, New Orleans, and fucking what the fuck is the other team? They're going up against for that last spot.
They're going against the Jazz. They're against
Jazz, Pelicans.
It's the Jazz.
Portland.
Basically, let's go like this. It's like 12th place Pelicans, 12th Pelicans, 11th Jazz, 10th Lakers, 9th Timberwolves, 8th Thunder. Now, the Thunder, Timberwolves, and Lakers all got 35 wins. Check this out. The Mavericks and the Warriors got 36. It's tight.
They're dueling it out.
There's going to be a tight shifting around that's going to go over there. Here's the funny thing. I think the Lakers are going to make it. I think if anything, they're going to make it in probably 9th. I think they're going to make it in 9th place. They're still going to have to play in a play-in.
Yeah.
I still think they're going to, but they're going to be safe to make it. I think they're going to be safe to kind of make that, though.
It is chaos in the NBA. John Morant tried to be a thug, and there was that whole saga with him waving the gun
Demetrius.
in the strip club, and you know.
I love the strip club one because they showed all the money around, the booty in his face, and I'm just thinking to myself, why? I didn't want to see that.
You know what it is?
Like, I didn't ask to see all that. Like, I know the baller shit that these NBA players do. I don't care to see it.
You know what this is? There's a thing as men. You know, you always have people challenging your manhood in some way. They think somebody think they can get over on you, right? And either A, you can look at them and say, go fuck yourself, I ain't dealing with this shit, and just keep going about your way. Or B, you do like John Morant, you hang out with unsavory people waving guns, thinking you a tough guy, knowing full and well you ain't about that life.
I love the fact that everybody try to mention how his dad was a thug and all the rest of that. And I'm like, stop doing that.
No.
Stop doing that, y'all. Stop doing that. The parent, look.
Learn it from you, Dad.
Man, look, their parents was thugs, so, he's represented. Shut the fuck up. Stop doing this little thing where we got to do this. Like, I hate how black people put this move where it's like, we know for a fact we can't be doing this, we can't be doing that. And then the second we start doing it, we get a whole wave of these ignorant niggas. Nah, see, this is how we is. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Just so all that shit that we propagate, where we promote, for somebody to lose their life over, and then for you 4 years later, nah, my cousin died like that, and y'all black people, y'all don't care about each other. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of y'all doing this circle. Is what these.
But Adam Silver
I am
pulled.
tired of the carousel.
But Adam Silver pulled the maneuver that I laughed my ass off at. So John Morant went from indefinitely out for the season to Adam Silver said, John will be back for the playoffs because we need them ratings.
That is more so also because if Ja went back and did everything he said he did, what did the team do? Fine. Just give him 2 games. Just give him 2 more games. We're not going to compound it, make it a bigger deal than what it needed to be.
They gave him 8 games, and he's back in the fold.
Because could you imagine? With more than that? Oh, everybody would talk about, oh man, see how they do a black man, all this. And I was like, look, how many days? All right, cool. Just 2 more games. Bye.
Meanwhile, the one person that has expert on this.
Look, here's Adam. Did he shoot the motherfucker?
No. Okay.
Good. 2 games. Jesus.
Now,
I'm tired of this.
Count his left. Count his left stars that wasn't Dave Stern.
Here's Adam. I know he talks so nicely. He's a nice young man. I blame Drake. I blame that Drake. I blame Drake. Ever since we gave him the mic during during All-Star Weekend in Toronto, everything has been going down.
Now, here's the thing. Now the one person that has expert on this that actually talked about it in a very just succinct and very honest way was Gilbert Arenas, because he was like, "Hey, I was in Josh's shoes, waving the gun in the fucking room, and they didn't play around with my ass, because apparently what happened was, it wasn't necessarily a choice for him to be done for the season. It was literally
in his words, he was bullied into 50 games.
Oh yeah, he was bullied into 50 games because it was literally going to be like, nah, man, I'm just whatever, and then they were like, nah, nigga, you doing 50.
Here's the funny thing too, by the way my dad and a lot of my dad's generation reacted to Gilbert doing that. Yeah, he got bullied into that. They told that nigga never to touch the court that whole season.
But also,
they did that.
I think I still have the paper. Front page of the sports section.
That old guard from the 80s and 90s, they didn't like that. Oh, if you punch your girlfriend, you're fine. But no, how dare.
Hey, fuck a 16-year-old, you're fine. You're fine, but
I'm sorry, Chris. Are you insinuating that NBA players in the 80s and 90s were having sex with underage women?
Yes, I am.
Goddamn right.
It's the American way, goddammit.
I'm sorry. Look.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our guest for this episode, Karl Malone, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought this is America.
Karl Malone. Wait a minute, y'all black.
Ooh, that All-Star weekend shit had awkwardness around the world.
All right, real quick. I just got to get this clip off. Now, of all the dunkers, one of them ones that sucked the most was Justice, whatever his name is. What the fuck that nigga? I need to he did. Now, do you remember the dunk that he did where he dunked and came down and showed what number he got?
Yeah.
Okay. I need y'all to see this reaction. Denzel, judge the reaction. This is amazing.
Here we go. He's up. Oh!
The lack of movement in the crowd.
Camera didn't even see.
Of movement in that crowd.
Meanwhile, our boy, fucking white chocolate from N1 fucking just murdered that fucking dunk contest.
Yes. Now, Chris, I will bring up a nickname that's gonna make you feel bad. Remember White AI?
Uh-huh.
You're looking at him. McClellan was the bad white boy that Georgetown got, and he was real good.
Yep.
What ended up happening was they changed coaches. McClellan was like, "Yeah, I'm gone," and he rolled out. And that's the last actually I heard of him.
Yeah,
Now,
he got signed to Philly, and
Yeah,
he
he played one
League
game.
makes sense.
He played one game with the Lakers, and then he went back to the G League, and then the Sixers picked him up, I think, a week before
the All-Star break.
the All-Star game, and he played one game. So he only played 2 games his entire career.
Oh, gotta put this up real quick.
It's very go ahead.
Got a viewer from Switzerland. How's it going, sir?
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you listening. The Swiss. Hey, Jamaica. No. Sorry.
That wasn't the Swiss. Was that the Swiss that did that?
No, it wasn't Swiss.
Oh, no. It wasn't Swiss. It wasn't the Swiss.
I think that was Denmark.
What's going on, Jamaica? It wasn't.
I think that was
Austria.
Yeah, Germany. Is it Germany?
It was a Swiss team.
No,
it was the Swiss team.
No, the Reese was always was fanning over Swiss.
I know it's high flight drive.
Because he was like, ein, zwei, drei, yeah.
Cool running. See, look what this is. What the fuck you do? like dog. All right. That doesn't help me. God, I need a plot of this thing.
Who do they fight in the bar? That's the one that you need.
No. Plot. There we go. Sanka, Calgary, Germans, East Germans.
Okay. Yeah, East Germans.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamaica.
Yeah, they had the East German team and their cap. Yeah, it was East Germans.
Okay.
East Germans? East Germans?
I think that was around the time of the Berlin Wall.
It was. That's what. No. It's just so like. Was it East Germany? That's what's throwing me off.
Hey,
like,
Jamaica. We appreciate you, sir, for listening live from.
Yeah. But that being said, what was I fucking go? Yeah, he was for anybody that was cool for me because not only like you see Dominique Wilkins, Candace Parker, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Harold Miner. Oh my God.
He's alive.
My sons. Who is that, Dad? It was a name that I not heard in years. It was a nobleman. Bold man.
Strong man.
With such specificity. They called him Baby Jordan. Dad, how good was he? He only averaged like 3 points a game.
The point is,
I don't think he was really good for defensive proficiency either. I think he was just there for a body. He was just really fast to keep up with the game, probably. He won his second one. Boy, seeing Harold Miner was like Jesus.
yep.
Just like, I have not seen you in years. NBA, fuck this up for me. Ladies and gentlemen, coming here, the 13-time All-Star, Karl Malone. Dominique, to his credit. Hey, what's up, Carl? Candace, get this nigga away from me.
Mm-hmm.
No, see what Candace had to, Candace, look. Dominique, no, not Dominique, no. What's this way? Karl Malone's this way. Candace didn't face that way the entire night.
She was just like this nigga.
Like, oh yeah, this perverted motherfucker. Carl, let me be real, y'all, because I know everybody. Oh, it was a little girl. No, that tells me that Carl will fuck everything. So that means also that Candace, you know what? I'll keep it real. If you are a straight up lesbian and you walk up beside Carl, mama, he's going to do that. Karl Malone is 6'10" and is one of the greatest scorers of all time. He doesn't know the word no.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, like it's so wild. But the part that got me, and I was telling this to my kids, it don't make no sense. Why, Dad? I already played for Utah. Karl Malone, outside doing a tomahawk dunk, never did any type of dunk in his life.
Just the layups.
If
That's
this
it.
was Larry Johnson, I'll be like, Grandmama.
Exactly.
Kill the backboard. Karl Malone, yes. Karl Malone shook the rim a couple. Come on, we like as much as you don't like him, don't deny what he did as a player. Holy crap, yes. Karl Malone knew how to dunk and yank bammers and all that, but dunking was not his There's a reason why every year we go, LeBron a bitch. He ain't trying to get in. Because LeBron know how to dunk. We seen him dunk. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, we just seen them dunk, and we like, they can do that. Karl Malone was never that way. So when we see all the kids go out there, had their little thing, did their old little dunk and all that shit. I did like Troy. I think Trey was really good. I think the second Matt dunked, it was over because a white boy doing anything gives him an extra 10 points anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an ism, but it was also he earned it. So let's not. I'm not saying that he did not earn this. Y'all just know the ism with the white boys in the NBA. They do a little bit of
almost
good.
720 though.
Yeah, that 720 was.
That's what shut me the hell up. I was like, this white boy ain't that good. He hit that turn. I was like, oh God, oh
jeez.
720.
What pissed me off is when Trey did something that I wanted. Like, what I wanted, what should I do? What should I do? Everybody was like, windmill, tomahawk. This nigga went up, windmill into. I was like, yo, he turned his body into a tomahawk. I was like, that was nice. Fit like 10, like 50, 44, 47, 48. Fuck you, NBA. You gave it to the white boy. That is dirty.
And apparently he is the first Sixers to ever win a slam dunk contest.
Here's the fun part about that, though. Despite that, even if you gave them both 50, it would have went to overtime, and I bet white boy would have still won. You missed out on a probably even hyper moment in D's opinion if you actually let them vote the way you should have voted, or whatever. But also, by the way, Dwayne Wade was playing good. Dwayne Wade, to me, I hate how everybody like to say that he's bisexual when there's no proof. I hate how everybody like to say that he's gay when there's no proof. I say this: Wayne is fucking. Like, and I don't. And look, real talk. And I don't think her name is Gabrielle either. I think Wayne is just hoeing around. Boy, you see the way he looks now, like Wayne, what you doing, man? No, I didn't see Gabrielle here. Where you going after this? That's how he looks to me.
Just saying.
Hey, look. Much like his son being a girl so early, it's Hollywood, nigga. I don't touch it. Like this. That is yours. I don't know the toxic waste that's gonna come out of there. I can't handle it. Much like this. I can't handle it. Much like a person that knows his place. I know my place.
Now, right now, there's
rumors. That shit.
There's rumors going around right now. Andrew Wiggins has been MIA from the Warriors for a minute.
I don't believe this. I do not believe.
No, I'm about to say it too. So initially, a lot of us I think a lot of people were saying he was taking some personal time. So a lot of us was like, oh, it must be a death of the family. He must be chilling, right?
I thought he was hurt.
Yeah, I thought he was hurt. I thought he was hurt too. But then everybody was like, it could be.
It went mental, where it's like, I need some time. I thought it was like that.
So then it turned into, there's a rumor that came up that apparently like his girlfriend cheated and the kids ain't his. And everybody was like, where is this coming from?
It's a nasty little rumor that is so nasty. It could be true.
Like to the point that his girlfriend said that
nasty. Yeah.
His girlfriend was like, no, the fuck that didn't happen. What the hell what?
Now, here's the problem I did have. Now, note, y'all, I believe her when she said that's not true. But I will say this. The first message she put up, he said, some people are disgusting, and then put the emoji up. I don't believe you. Anytime somebody uses an emoji like that, no, I don't believe you. That's you saying, no, nothing's happening. You're lying.
Prayers up to him. We'll see what happens with that.
Don't do that.
But yeah, it's
don't make me look, because if it is true, I don't want to be the first one. I know.
Now I'm gonna say this though. It is amazing to me that at one point the Boston Celtics were in first, and now like the Bucks are in first, and they pretty much locked in as first place at this point.
Seeing the Bucks live, I went to actually see the Wizards play.
Dude, they smizzacked the Wizards.
They did not smack the Wizards. No, what happened was
they kind of did.
No, they didn't. What happened was the Wizards came back. Actually, by 4 minutes left, it was a tied game. It was 2-0. It was 102-102, right? And a foul and a dunk. Wow. Okay, the Bucks. There's a gap. Okay, yeah, the Bucks won this one. That's all it takes usually in basketball. One foul and one good 3-point. It's like,
that's it.
It's like that's 8 points. How much time left? 40 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, dude. We are historians of seeing this because Duke, Maryland, and Battier and all that shit. So yeah. Time goes very slow when it gets into that 1 minute. 1 minute left.
Yeah, college, not in the middle. In college, not in the middle of March. In the NBA, when there's no stakes going on. But that being said, though, seeing the way they play together, I can tell you, I've been seeing the Wizards play lately. The Wizards have been, like I said, they have been part of that struggle section right going on there in the East. But seeing how the Bucks have been these last few weeks, actually, especially with losing Giannis, like they didn't lose Giannis, but having Giannis come back for that little injury, everybody thought it was going to be bad. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. He's like fine. And it's funny. I still don't. As much as I think the Bucks are going to be kind of my favorites to make it to the finals, I don't know. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Bucks have a chance to make the finals. They definitely do.
They do. Chris Middleton has been sitting. Feel like half the goddamn season.
Now, do y'all believe that? Are y'all a believer in the Denver Nuggets?
I am not, only because I never believe in the Denver Nuggets.
Don't believe in Jokic?
Joker is having an incredible season. I hate how the way he's been handed these MVPs, kind of like, look,
Sizzle. Maybe.
It's not even so much a sizzle where it's like,
Hey, we gotta be careful with that because we don't want JJ Redick's white ass be like, hey, Sizzle, what the hell are you talking about? It's like,
Put it this way. I feel like if this was the criteria, Karl Malone should have at least 3 of these by himself. If this was the criteria,
hold up, did Karl Malone get one MVP?
Karl Malone got to have one MVP.
Yeah, at least.
But that being said, I'm gonna say if that's the criteria, fine. I have no problem with it. But the first time was amazing. The second time, pretty good. Third time, wow. So he's the only nigga playing on that team, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. Because bringing in numbers like that is fine. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Where are you at? Where's your team sit at in the listing and all that? I hate it. Like put it this way. When Steve Nash got the MVP the first time, I was totally for it.
Dope.
Totally for it. He deserved it. I don't think I think even with all the hate Shaq was putting on it, he deserved it. He definitely deserved it. That second time, the Suns weren't even the best team in the West. Why'd y'all give it to him? I said the same thing. Remember, now, hold on. We said this a couple seasons ago when they gave it to James Harden. I was like, why you want to give it to him? Well, because Russell had it. Russell didn't do nothing with him. He didn't do nothing with the MVP. I never understand this whole little thing. We always shout about who's the MVP and all the rest of that. Now when they gave it to a white boy 3 times in a row, it was like, check the goddamn criteria. We need to change it up because
even
obviously you just score those points, you get it.
Giannis said something. He was like, I don't understand the criteria of MVP. Like, are we going by efficiency? Are we going by overall stat wise? Are we going by who scored the most points? What's the criteria?
That's my whole deal. I'm not, like I said, I will not take it away from Joker because I think him as a passer has gotten much better this season. I just think that your team is not that sharp. It's just you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I feel like if he trips up, break his knee, Jamal Murray's in trouble. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe that. That's my only knock on Joker. It's not that you're not good enough, and not that he has the numbers. It's like, nigga, how good are the Nuggets? Like that's all I feel about it. Whatever.
Breaking news, folks. Joining the bidding war for the Commanders with Josh Harris, Magic Johnson.
Are you positive about that?
This is
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Because black.
All right, somebody asked me not too long ago, what was wrong with like why like Jeff Bezos should have been like, why did we like why should it be like Jeff Bezos? Like, why do people want Jeff Bezos to take over the Redskins? Let me just be honest with you. I don't think it matters who takes over the Redskins. It doesn't matter. Don't let it be this man that we got right here. I think that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we got Bezos, it was replacing evil with another evil, so it doesn't matter. But let's just be honest. In the NFL, we're replacing with another evil anyway, so let's not do that. Let's not go to that same march about, oh, it's the owner, like you owe that nigga some shit. So, so whatever.
Yeah.
I think just culturally, DC's ready to move on. So whoever come in here you better come in here and do something with this thing. Because real talk, Chris, we are both Cowboy fans. We don't give a fuck. But there's a $2 billion investment in this goddamn team that leaks into my city that's making my city smell like shit right now. The Defenders are the mains. How are the Defenders, the Wizards, and the Nationals doing? Not the Nationals, I forgot. Sorry, guys. But how it is the Capitals. The Capitals are trying. Ooh. It's struggle horse this year, ain't it?
Hey. Capitals are in that boat of we gotta stay in the cup. We can kind of sort of coast for a while before we have to really be serious.
Come on, we can bullshit this, guys. Come on, fellas.
Speaking of which, gentlemen, this NCAA March Madness has been delicious. Just when I didn't think Virginia could trump being beat by the Golden Retrievers, they turn around and fucking lose to who again? Furman College.
I just need Texas to make it to the finals, and my bracket is not fully busted.
Everybody's bracket busted in that first round easily. Furman University from Greenville, South Carolina.
Louis.
Furman. I've never heard of a Furman until that game.
Wait,
this
you
again.
Heard of Furham.
Furham. Never heard of it.
Purple. Never did. Wow.
This is look that dude. Denzel, I swear to you, everybody from the DC area were in tears that the UMBC Golden Retrievers were beating Virginia. We were dying laughing because first off, UMBC is 20 minutes away from my college that I went to. So you already know the caliber of college that we're talking about here. It's not to say UMBC is terrible, but it's like the Golden Retrievers? Really? Like, all right, I guess. It's like, wow. Furman. But guess what, though? North Carolina's out. Duke is out.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland is out. Kansas is out.
Kansas going out to Arkansas was impressive. I say that because Arkansas wanted it. It's one of those things where when Arkansas finally clamped down on them and they brought the lead down to 1 and they got ahead of them. They just clamped down to that defense. And by the time Kansas had a shot to get back in the game, they had to make too short. It was basically one of those situations where you had to miss a shot so you can get the rebound, get a chance, and all the rest of that shit. Homie accidentally made it. He made the shot. They throw it in. No time to foul him. Oh, Kansas is a heartbreaker. But if you're Arkansas deserved it. It was one of I was mad because yes, that busted my bracket. But I was fine with it.
Here's one
really, really good.
Princeton made it to the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm. Princeton beat Missouri. That was the big one right there.
Princeton beat Arizona.
Woo. No, actually, here's the one.
They taking out Arizona to me was the big one.
Michigan State being Marquette. that was the one that shocked people. But like Michigan State is in the same thing in same Big Ten as Maryland, so I wasn't shocked. But at the same time, it's like, damn, Marquette, y'all couldn't like take out Michigan State. Like, all right.
I will say this for D, that is the only perfect thing that D did. I had Kentucky beating Providence, had Kansas State beating Montana, had Kansas State winning, had Michigan State winning, had Marquette winning, had Michigan State winning. This is the only thing I did perfect. Everything else is shit. That's the only thing I did.
Like I said,
perfect.
I had Arizona and Texas as the final two, and Texas is still in it. As long as Texas is still in it, my bracket is not busted.
Shout out to Howard University, who for like 30 seconds against Kansas had a shot. And then Kansas like, oh shit, it's Howard. We gotta really wake up now. So,
Man, no, they did. I personally, I don't think so. I don't think they even had a shot.
I thought Howard, like I said, for 30 seconds in that game, it was like Kansas had a 2-point lead, and it's like Kansas was like, oh shit, we really gotta actually play ball against Howard. And then Kansas ran the points up to like 20-point lead and shit. And I was like, all right, well, there you go. Which I gotta be honest with you, I feel that was the reason why they lost to Arkansas, because it's like they took it easy on Howard, and then boom, you got to face off against an actual good team.
I gotta remember. I know we're in the Big Ten. I know Maryland's in the Big Ten. I can't be supporting the Big Ten like that. This is
not even the Maryland women who was kicking ass.
Chris, listen to me. Mm-hmm. Maryland is in the Big Ten. I should be happy about them. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be doing this whole conference, giving them the same grace I give them. This is the 4th goddamn year, Purdue.
And I can't take this shit no more, man.
This is my 4th year in a row.
Purdue breaks your heart.
Purdue to be good. These niggas get dropped in the first round, immediately breaking my whole entire bracket.
And they lost to a double-digit seeded team, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not picking Purdue.
FDU. Who is FDU?
Fairleigh Dickinson.
I'm not
Fairleigh Dickinson. What the hell?
Note to self.
That's a private college.
Never pick Purdue if they're going against a double-digit seeded team.
Purdue has done nothing. You know what? I should have learned my lesson when Purdue lost to Maryland this year. I should have known that.
Huh.
D, don't put no trust in those dudes. You know they ain't that great. Yeah, they're gonna be number one. Well, you know, Big Ten. I got shut the fuck up. You better like the ACC when Maryland was there. So why are you doing this?
But hey, Maryland women, they got Notre Dame up next in the Sweet 16. And
I saw the Maryland women. I saw 3 women's games last night. I saw the Maryland women do really, really good. I saw who was that? Not South Carolina. I forgot who that was. I really forgot who that was. I think it was Notre Dame. No, it wasn't. But the other one I saw was LSU. The girls rolling, man. It was really good. It was really fun looking at the Maryland girls, man, getting that win last night, man. And I forgot that the girls play at home, had played actually at home and all that. And I remember when I saw the tickets on sale for the Maryland girls, I was like, that doesn't make no sense. They're going to be in that must be an error, man, because they be in the play.
Nope.
No, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, they're going to be on the road. You know, they're going to be on the road for this shit. Oh, they're doing it.
Those tickets, Chris, those tickets are $25. Ooh.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Girls college basketball is fun for D. I like it.
So Sweet 16 for the women's.
What is that?
Shout out to Dawn Staley doing the daggone thing.
Speaking of which, I'm getting so sick of this little tiny, little cute little lesbian. I'm getting so tired of her ass.
What, Griner?
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
No,
of
we
Dawn.
talking about Dawn.
I'm saying that because remember she came out all saying like, "Girls, y'all did a good job. It's a black college." The way she here's me.
Oh, Cheney.
I mean,
She rocking the Cheney University.
I mean, it's like this. Look, I understand. We as black people. Shut the fuck up. We as black people. That's why I say I don't like her because who she coach? Who she coach again? She coached
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah, fuck them.
Hey, she wearing an HBCU jersey, Chase State.
But Yeah, cause shut up, D. Why? Because she refused to be a lady game. Anyway. Ooh, why do they still call them Lady Gamecocks? Why do they still do that?
Because gotta be
They
equal
don't-
rights. Equal rights, D. Equal
What you trying to
rights.
say? Look, what you trying to say? Chickens can't have cocks? No, they can't. They be rude.
Speaking of which, guys, it's the end of an era. Guys, it's the end of an era. East Bay, the magazine is done. It's
Yes, sir.
officially is done.
Wait, they were still in business?
Yes, they were.
Much like Coach Boeheim in Syracuse. Yes, shout out, sir. You was one of my favorite coaches of all time. And he was one of 3 coaches. If I had a choice to coach for, I wanted to be under Boeheim, Williams, or Gary Williams or Krzyzewski. And Boeheim was one of them. So long to you. But yes, East Bay is finally gone. It's the end of the era. You know what? These last 10 years for East Bay had to be hard, Had to be hard, man.
Mhm.
It just had just not just from eBay and Amazon and all these other websites, StockX and everybody else coming up. But you see what I'm saying? Everything got more cluttered, man. So it had to suck these last 10 years. It just had to financially and everything, bro.
End of an era. All of us were in high school getting East Bay magazines, wishing we could get some of the shoes.
My dad was Denzel like me. We had fathers who were in basketball since early 90s. I've been seeing them since about 92. I've been seeing East Bay books. So it's in there,
guys, F1 season is upon us. We're 2 races in. Funny enough, I saw Will Smith on IG. He was at the Saudi Arabia GT, and he had fun. Right now Verstappen is in the lead with 44 points. Hamilton is he's 20 points behind.
You know what? I never seen the actual stats of everybody right now, but
Verstappen has 44. Who the hell is this?
Hold on, let me see for you, bro. Because I meant to actually see this standings. I meant to look it up. Because only, like you said, only been 2 races. Nothing really substantial is really happened outside of what we done. But anyway, Verstappen got 44. Perez is in second place at 43. Fernando Alonso, who has been surprising everybody because that Aston Martin's actually worth a damn this year. Carlos Sainz is in 4th place, tied with Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, both of their Mercedes are in an interesting position because Mercedes know they're not where they're supposed to be and they're not where they want to be. Here's the funny thing. Everybody will tell you that car is a lot better than what they're putting on. I just think that Mercedes, at least what Toto Wolff is saying, it will be at least 6 or 7 races to where they want it to be at. And everybody was like, that's actually a good sign. Lewis Hamilton is like, with that same thing. George is really optimistic, saying that that's the truth, is going to be good. So we'll see from that. But anyway, 7th place is Lance Stroll. 8th is Charles Leclerc. Real quick on Ferrari. Ferrari's still Ferrari, so they're going to fuck up eventually this year. Real talk. No, Ferraris, their engine was supposed to be a whole lot better. They were supposed to have a whole lot of improvement. They're having a little bit of bumps in the road, but it's only been 2. Number one, it's only been 2 races, so I don't really judge nobody really until about the 4th race anyway. So, and also they got a new team principal, so there's a lot of different stuff going on. Anyway, 9th place is Bottas, 10th is Ocon, 11th is Pierre Gasly, 12th Magnussen, 13th Albon, 14th Tsunoda, 15th Hulkenberg, 16th Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent is the lone American in there. I don't think I mentioned that. We actually have an American driver, Logan Sargent, racing for Williams. How is he? He ain't scoring no points yet, and I don't expect him to score a point this whole fucking year. So we'll see about that. Anyway, Guan Yu 17th, Nick DeVries 18th, Oscar Piastri, who also is a rookie, at 19th, and 20, Lando Norris. Now, the funny thing is those 2 are McLaren. McLaren is going to suck a whole lot of ass this year. Their whole program. Lando Norris, who's a top 5 driver, he's in dead last right now. His whole car is busted. And also not just with him going through a whole lot of car trouble, Ferrari is too. Carlos Sainz is not Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc, he's actually lower because he had to take a grid penalty because he's already in the change on his second engine. And when you change, your second gearbox, every time you change a gearbox, especially when it's up on a weekend, you have to take a grid penalty. He's taken one already. Gearboxes at least last you 3 to maybe 5 races. He already went through one.
Yeah.
And that shit is not, and going through and getting a new gearbox is not as easy as, man, just call down the factory and bring the second one. Nah, nigga, they hand make these junks. These are hand built motors, dog. That's not how that works.
It's a process, son.
It is a whole fucking process. And yes, it's Ferrari. Yes, they can get one really fast, but nigga, that costs money too. So yeah, like I said, the season just started. It's going to be a little bit interesting because, if anything, because I know everybody's like, well, Max Verstappen's going to run with it. Probably so. But here's the thing. Hope for what D's hoping for. That Red Bull tells Sergio, hey, if you want to race Max, race that nigga. And it'd be Max and Sergio. It'd be Red Bull versus Red Bull all season. That will make it exciting, which will make the rest of the grid exciting because them motherfuckers is trying to figure out how they are. The reason why I say that Red Bull is amazing. That car is insane.
Everybody after the Saudi Arabia
car is nice.
Everybody after the Saudi Arabia GT was like, "Yo, that Red Bull fucking car is ridiculous."
And here's the best part: 2 seasons ago, everybody was like, "I don't know if it's gonna be that good. I don't think Honda's doing that good." Honda's like, "We won 2 in a row. Fuck are you?" Yo, man, that Honda engine ain't playing around, bro. So whatever. But anyway, that's it. That's it. With F1, like I said, I ain't gonna really judge nothing until about the 4th race, y'all. So,
but guys, World Baseball Classic.
Are you going to put?
I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it.
Are we doing that again?
Yes, we do it.
Y'all saw what that warmonger said. Baseball time. You saw what the man who oversaw all those drugs getting dropped off in the ghetto.
Nicaragua, gun running. Insane.
In the middle of Southeast. Come on. He was a part of that. He was a part of that with Reagan. Don't start it. He was the main thing behind it, too. Get rid of all the guns. Just go down to Southeast, drop them off. The niggers will never see it coming.
That's what was missing from the Call of Duty Black Ops. We were missing that.
Boy, remember the memes I made? Damn. Crack. I need you to go down to Nicaragua and make sure those commie bastards know that's my blow and you're not taking it from America.
I swear, the biggest mistake.
We got black people to intoxicate.
I swear, the biggest mistake they ever did promoting Black Ops 3. Promoting Black Ops 3 was showing the reveal of Ronald Reagan. I was like, you motherfuckers, don't do this.
I will say this. Activision gets points over him and making Ronald Reagan look that damn wrinkly. They do get points on that for me.
Hey, man, it's the graphics.
But they made him too youthful. What's going on down there? I'm like, oh, shut up. He's not that cognizant.
Well, Nancy and I are just trying to find the other half of my brain.
Like I said, the one I do what I did last time.
President Reagan, if you look under redundant, you see redundant.
Fine, then you nailed me then.
The best dog. I forgot what we talking about. We was talking about Reagan and Harrison Christmas going back and forth. I'm like, guys, y'all forget. This is Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was. Where am I?
Robin Williams said it best. Did it ever occur to you that Ronald Reagan looked like one of the presidents from the Hall of Presidents? Well, I just want to say that. Got Jim Henson playing in the background talking about.
That's why
moving them too far. Move the arms. I just want to say the budget is balanced.
that is why when you put that video up when he was at that baseball game and had the baseball in his hands, I'm like, does he even know he's at a baseball game? I don't think he does.
Let me put it to you this way. I felt like George Bush did know. I felt like George Bush knew exactly where he was at. It's just that George Bush was left with the thoughts of knowing that on 9/11, he got a phone call. Dick Cheney's like, I got your son's back. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Oh my God, George, turn on the TV.
That happened. Y'all know that happened.
Yeah.
Y'all know that happened, and George Bush to his dying day knows the real truth of what happened that day.
So the biggest thing in the baseball thing wasn't the highest rated baseball game, but was it Japan
That
versus
was Japan
Korea
versus South Korea, and it was. Let's put it this way. 30. No, it was long. It was more than that. Pretty much half the TVs in the country of Nihon were focused on that game. We're not even talking about the rating that came out of South Korea. In total, it was the most seen baseball game probably of all time. And just in saying that, I think the real driving force behind it was the fact that Shohei Ohtani is a fucking superstar.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the real driving force behind that. And also, there are quite a few MLB South Korean players. There's quite a few of them, yeah. So I feel that Korea just felt like, and also real talk, it's Japan. Japan may be kind of like this when it comes to baseball sometimes, but it's still Japan. That's their sport.
Well,
they know that very well.
Right now, right now, it's gonna be Japan versus Mexico. Whoever wins that has to face off against the USA in the championship.
That sounds about right. No, when you said Mexico, of course we don't. But I will say shout out to who was that? I actually watched the end of that. That was a motherfucking Grand Slam too. Taiwan.
Taipei.
I'm sorry. D is not afraid of Chinese. Taiwan versus the Netherlands. Oh my God, that was a great way. It was a great way of ending that game. But what I've noticed is this. This is just something that D noticed as a pitcher, seeing a lot of these home runs. So when I say outside, that means inside now, huh? When I say I need it on the outside, you're gonna throw it on the inside because that's what I don't know what's up with half of these damn pitchers, It's not even that. Here's the worst part. I don't know what's the eyesight of some of these umpires too, because outside strike. Hey, that one. Here's me, even as a catcher. That one the strike. Poof, strike. That one the strike either. Poof, ball. That was inside. Come on. So you know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of that going on, man.
Also, the biggest one, USA versus Cuba ignited a lot of protests because Cuba still has political prisoners and communism and all that stuff.
Here's the funny thing.
I shot the Secor.
Yeah.
I
keep forgetting that. That's a thing.
I was gonna say she's still in Cuba, right?
Yes, I
think she is.
She has no choice. She stepped foot in America. They'd be like, "Get your ass on the ground, lady."
Yo,
they probably could have shipped her off to another place. That's not the States.
Also, I just like how it was so funny because I got to see my dad and my mom take part in it. I love how Obama dropped the embargo, and all these people were learning all this new stuff about Cuba. There were all these people going there. They had this black tour down to Cuba that my parents took. It's beautiful.
Got fast aid out of it. It was great.
It was great. Here come your boy in a tight ass t-shirt and small hands going, close it all. They're communists. They don't like me. And I hate how this is going to be a thing probably for the next 20 years. It should be. This is stupid. Yeah, just to get that out the way, it's stupid. So it's stupid. I hate that there's protests about it, but I know exactly what they're protesting. And you want to know the truth? Protest. You should. I'll be wrong, but you should. America sucks. You should protest.
So Bomani Jones did a thing for his show on HBO, and he was talking about how baseball having no cap, the owners are still penny pinching. And he says the one team that's not penny pinching, that they actually might be pretty good, San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
Oh,
seeing how the way they got Juan Soto, and the way they've been spending money these last 2 seasons, they're making it very obvious that they're trying to make either a short push or just straight up like, no, we're trying to be the Yankees of the West Coast. Like they're like, and I kind of feel that idea with some of these organizations. They got the capital. Some of them got the capital. Some of them got and not even just the capital. Some of them just got the daring moves of like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's pay all that money. We know we can do it on the back end this way or somewhere away, or we know we can make a trade for that. I think they're just more willing to make daring moves, to be honest with you.
And the thing
Not
is,
so much that they got the capital. I think just like, fuck it, go for it.
but it's making everybody else look, because the way he broke it down is like, wow, so baseball is still making money, lots of money, and you mean to tell me these owners can't spend money to get a good team? Like, he was like, the Orioles owner is penny pinching like a motherfucker, and I was like, yep, he is.
Orioles, despite this feeling of there's going to be a resurgence with the team, you can tell the owners don't want to spend money. You can tell they just don't. And
it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
I think after what they had to go with Chris Davis, of course they did. Like, fuck no, we're never going to give nobody that same deal. We're never doing that again. We became the laughingstock of the league when we did that. I understand that. But when I look at the Nationals, it's like the Nats not spending money is hilarious to me because the people they gave up to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, nigga, y'all got money too. But I get understanding in that one. There's going to be a change in ownership. It was kind of funny when we was talking about the change of ownership last time. I did not know that Mr. Lerner actually passed away like days before us talking about that. I did not know that. But still, the whole, like, they're about to change the team over and all the rest of that shit. Then you look at all these smaller market teams who just can't do it anyway. Like, Milwaukee is not going to be spending no money like that. Cincinnati's not going to be spending no money like that. KC, who got a recent World Series, is not going to be spending no money like that. So and that's the thing that kind of gets me. Even with those middle American teams, they have to spend money. Like that's why you see like the Kansas City Chiefs, the way they treat their franchise. They're trying to inject life in that junk so we can, you know,
like, we can do it, guys.
Because you got to keep up. You got to keep up with a team that's in the New York market, that's in the DC market, that's in the Philadelphia market, that's in the Texas market. You are not in those big markets like them, so you have to make sure your team is constantly going in a big market somewhere, And a lot of these teams, like I said, Milwaukee not going to spend that fucking money. The Twins ain't going to spend that money. No, the Twins will, and they won't do nothing with it. The Twins, I think their front office just stink, man. But some of these teams are not going to spend money, and you're right. Do it.
Just do it. Like,
making more money than I'm not saying baseball making more money than it ever had, but come on, there's proven
they're profiting. They're profiting. God,
despite a lot of teams, despite the TV deals are going to switch up soon, which is going to be crazy in baseball. It's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We don't know yet because a lot of these teams ain't got nowhere to show their team. Chris, that whole thing with Masson and the Orioles and the Nationals, it makes sense to me now. Now I know why they were fighting over that deal. Because that's who's playing our games constantly, who's making this steady stream of money.
Let's be real. If you lived in this area, when the idea of the Nationals being a team in this area came up, a lot of people automatically was like, oh shit. So I guess Baltimore is going to get pushed out of some of these TV deals now since they're not the head honcho of baseball on every channel in the DC area.
And now with all these baseball deals falling apart, like Bailey Sports is not going to do nothing, Fox Sports is not going to do nothing. NBC I did not know that until I learned about that story that NBC were letting go a lot of their shit. That's why Ted Leonsis was so adamant about getting all of Washington sports under Monumental so he could make sure that they have a TV slot where they're already at. Therefore, they can keep the NBC name and keep their stuff on there so they can still have like, look, so because I know why you want to still play. I ain't stupid. All NBA team. Look, they may not play that for the intro, but when they're about to go on break, every now and then, like, you broke out the old one.
Got to play John Testa State money.
I love that. I do love that. I do love that NBC that NBC does that. NBC like, hey, have that one. Yeah, you know you want to play it.
Go for it.
Look,
Go
you like
for
this.
it.
You like this. You like. You know it's hockey. Play it anyway. That be tripping me out, man. When you be seeing them go to commercial and it's NBC Sports and you hear that theme song, yeah, it always trips me out. But yeah,
Yeah, like I said, as far as this season goes, spring training, Baltimore is doing all right. It's just I have no high hopes for them this season. They might do okay, maybe get a wild card spot. That's about is the best you can hope for, and then it is what it is and stuff. Nationals, from what I'm hearing, they're still rebuilding, still in rebuild phase. So I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens.
yes they are. Yes they are.
So
they're stuck in the rebuilding phase.
I'm definitely going to try to make it out to a couple of games, mainly Baltimore, Washington games when they face off against each other.
Oh man, they will be facing off early this next season, man.
Ooh,
I think they will be seeing each other in May, if I'm mistaken, either in May or late April.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
if I'm not mistaken, but anyway, yeah,
folks. Road to Wrestlemania is upon us. The bloodline storyline is starting to wind down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the major players happening. Was it Sammy and KO versus the Usos?
So far though, this is what we got. And now some of these are to be announced.
TBAs.
Some of these are what now they're gonna show up, but whatever, we'll see. But the one thing I will say is this: so far, men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, the Viking Raiders, the Street Profits, and Alpha Academy. I don't care. That better be the first match of the night.
Oh, it has to be.
That sounds like that's going to be lit. That sounds like that's actually going to be a lit match. And it makes me think how they're going to do this 2-night thing, because a lot of the matches that I'm looking on here is like, you can make this one big ass card.
Charlotte and Rhea are main eventing night 1.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to be, we don't know yet. We still don't know yet.
It is. Come on now.
I don't know if it will, man. You don't know, but whatever. Seth versus Logan Paul, which I am. Y'all have fun with that one. D ain't in there. I have not been caring about a second of that. Bianca versus Asuka has been going exactly the way I told you it was going to go. I told you I was going to go that way. Bianca is fucking scared to fight Asuka.
The foreigners that beat the shit out of each other for the triple threat intercontinental. Is it Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus? That is going to be fucking up.
Now I asked my wife. Now, guys, I asked my wife this question. And I asked y'all this question: how long should the match be? How many minutes do you give them?
15. I'm gonna say 10 minutes, 15 tops.
15.
No. How much are you giving them?
Not
what you think they're going to give them. How would you let them fight? Because I'm gonna tell you what they're going to give them, and I want to know what y'all think though.
10.
I'm gonna say 10.
They're going to give them 20 minutes. I guarantee you, they're going to give Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus 20 minutes to beat the shit out of each other.
Ooh, that's gonna be great.
And I'll give it to I'll just shave it down for you a little bit. 19. I give you 18 minutes, but it's going to be longer than 15 minutes. I guarantee you. They won't hit the 10-minute mark. They be just getting to the bow, 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 bow spot. I guarantee you. No, hold on. The bow spot where he's on 30, 31, 32. 33.
Oh, beat to the Bowery.
Oh, you know they're going to do. Oh, you know that's going to be ridiculous, Sean.
Speaking of which,
you know that match is going to be ridiculous. All those pale white chests bleeding.
Speaking of which,
big meaty man slapping me.
Speaking of which, Brock facing off in his yearly I Gotta Fight a Black Wrestler. He has Omos. He's facing.
Go to hell, Chris.
Come on.
But that being
said, you know I'm right.
No, I just mad the way you said that. It's like, go to hell.
It's like it's in his contract. Like, hey, who I face off against? Another black wrestler? All right, cool.
Ooh, Brock ain't shit for this, but I'm with Brock.
I'm with Brock.
Yeah. So yo, Paul, come here. I ain't trying to do that match with him. No, you see that Uncle Howdy shit? I ain't trying to do this. Give me the big. I don't care. Omos? Yeah, we can make this a match. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. The real talk, because I will be look, I'll be honest with you. If I'm Brock, I got Hogan treatment, so I'm going to be looking up and down. Do I really want to fight you? Or do I feel like putting you over? Do I feel like you putting me over? You know what I mean? If I got that treatment, I don't blame him. Oh no, I don't want to wrestle Bray. Nah, I'm cool, bro.
Nah, we're good. I'll take a boss though.
I'm good. My wife, look, Angie hates the fact that happened. She's like, he wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not wasting my check on you. Like, dog, Omos, toss my ass out this ring, nigga. Thank you.
It was that meme where it was like Omos had his fist in there, and it was like when somebody is like, what is it? I don't know whether you posted that meme or somebody else posted the meme. I forgot what it was. I was fucking in tears.
Now, I do have one question. Now, this is just because D is a fan of both these men, but I keep remembering I kind of don't care about what you guys are doing right now, and I feel terrible.
What, Edge and Finn Balor?
Why the hell are y'all having a Hell in a Cell match here?
Because reasons, D. You don't talk about. Hey, Finn Balor needs something to do. Edge needs something to do. Put him in a match.
Hey, Denzel. This is what happens when you get that one dude who's really excitable about wrestling, but will never, do a fucking bump. Wants to make a card because he wants to make it look edgy and shit, so he get the 5 stars in WWE SmackDown versus Raw. So he just put stupid stipulations on there. Why is there a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania? There better be blood.
Unfinished business.
There better be blood. There better be segments to this. And also, Finn better come down as a trademark character, or I am not going to like none of this.
Austin Theory and John Cena. That's going to be fun.
I think this is the stupidest setup. Why are they wrestling again?
Because
reasons.
Austin Theory needs the rub.
He needs the rub. But,
a part of me thinks this is a good idea, but a part of me thinks this is not going to help. I mean, thinks that WWE could be really dirty about it. Like the next night, people are still booing Austin, and John come out there and see what I'm talking about? Nobody cares what you did. That being said, WWE, you're doing something a little bit too late for D. I'm lying. I'm glad you're doing it. Baron Corbin's pitiful again. I love
it. Down bad Corbin is back, baby.
The greatest line ever. Look, come on, Seth. I can help you, man. Like, look, dude. It's fine. I don't need your help. Come on, man. I can teach you how to fight Logan and all that. Look, man, I'm just gonna go home and take care of my dog. Well, come on, man. Your daughter can't fight, man. Come on.
I'm a 3-time Golden Glove winner. Listen, he's a boxer. I can fight the ropes.
This dude, a grown ass man, screaming, "She can't even fight!" It is the funniest.
I tell you,
I told myself when I saw him walk around looking pitiful, like, hey, WWE, you are too late for this. And 2 seconds into the skit, I was like, thank you. Paul, you hurt all of us. Thank you for taking away from this man again.
Bum ass Corbin.
I'll tell you the one match that's going to be enigma. It's going to be the women's Showcase Fatal 4 tag match, because what is that?
Oh, that's going to be a train wreck. It's going to be a train wreck. It's going to be a train wreck. You know it will be one. Dude. Oh, God. The reason why I say it will be a train wreck is because, number one.
Who's your teams? We only got one. Liv Morgan or Rachel Rodriguez. That's it.
So, here's the thing.
Raquel Rodriguez.
WWE. Okay, look, y'all gonna like Raquel, so I can't say nothing. I'm a step away from that. This is Lacey all over again, so I'm not in it. Speaking of which, where Lacey going to be in? Where's she going to be in with her QAnon talking ass? Where's she going?
Probably gonna be in that. She's gonna probably be in that showcase. I guarantee
Probably
it.
will be.
Mhm.
She probably will be. Here's the thing. I don't hate Lacey. I don't, and I make jokes about her being racist. I joke about it. I don't think she is. I think
She's dire
probably,
racist, sir. Come
is
on.
she is like is she a little bit red? Of course she is. Is she a little bit? Of course she is. She's a Marine, and come on, you know she's a Republican. But like she's done nothing wrong, and I think it's stupid how people really kind of drag her for zero reason. Drag her as a character. She's not that good of a wrestler. When y'all going to attack her properly? Is all he's saying. Jesus. Just attack her properly, bro. But I will say this. This is the one thing that is really getting me. Okay, I'm not here to bring you two together. I just want you two to be friends again. Yeah, we can be friends again. I love how Sammy was being the crackhead ass friend in that situation. Come on. You gotta help me, man. You gotta help me. And here's the sick part.
It's calling me,
man. It's calling me.
Sick part. I'm like Kevin. Okay, let me get this shit straight, bro. So that's nice. That's nice, but I can't, like, you don't care if we're friends. That's the shit, Sammy. This is why I always power bomb you on an apron. I'm your best friend, and you keep on doing it. We don't have to be friends. Yeah! Yes, we do! What are you not going to figure that out? I would have hopped in that Charger too that is obviously rented for the sketch and drove off too.
Now
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't believe Kevin Owens has a Charger. I just think he's
Canadian.
I feel like he's a Honda
Skyline.
I feel like he's a Honda Civic man myself. Like he doesn't. He like this is the car I wanted. I didn't want nothing gaudy.
No.
And then at the end. Here come Kevin Owens saving the day. He slid his fat ass up in that ring. I'm like, hug him. And they hug. Here's me. I ain't even crying, nigga. It's like, it's just hot inside here. This is hot in this room right now. I'm not even crying right now, man. That's not tears. It's sweat. The sweat is that's love sweat. That's good. That's good. It's beautiful that y'all having a moment. No, I ain't getting choked up. I gotta call. Look. Hey, Chris. I gotta call Harris.
Gotta call right now. Now.
It was a special moment. I loved it.
On the NXT front for Stand and Deliver. I want to say this, D. I'm coming to your side about this guy. Grayson Waller is facing off against Johnny Gargano, and I'm with you. Gargano, what are you?
Johnny is Johnny is not approaching. I remember I was telling everybody this with a lot of the people that were coming out of NXT. There's a lot of people who are too indie, too PWG, too be the elite, too Chikara for their own good. There are some people that are like that. Unfortunately, Johnny, who can break out of that style and kind of play the WWE role of it, you're not Daniel Bryan, bro.
No.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from with that. That's not knocking him because he's not on that level. It's like, Daniel had charm.
He's the mellow yellow.
Brian Danielson has real wrestling charm. Yours is that shit will work on Impact. I hate saying it like that. You see what I hate saying it like that. I really do.
I think we did. I
like Johnny.
Before he re-signed with WWE, I think you were the one that sat there and said he might go to Impact, and I was like, he probably would fit very well at Impact.
I was saying the reason I say he would go to Impact is because remember it was during that time where everybody's whole career was in flux. Vince was firing everybody, so it was really one of those things where if he went to somebody else, I didn't see him going to AEW, but I could see him falling back going to Impact. That would have made a lot more sense for him. Especially him and Candace. That would have made a lot more sense for them to fall back to that. But of course, they're still there. Which, by the way, I love Candace LeRae's theme song. It doesn't fucking fit her at all. Ooh, it don't fucking fit her. That theme song, go. Hear that little old white girl singing in the background. I'm like, ooh, this so go. And I'm hearing like, you're not a heel. Why is this your theme song? What?
Now,
Ooh, I hated it. But also on that on NXT, seeing my girl fighting Mama San was a really great match. She beat the shit out of her. Salamore beat the shit out of Roxy. Roxy got her ass kicked. I ain't never seen a girl win a match like that while simultaneously getting an ass whooping every single move. And here's the worst part. Me and my wife was watching that. The first kick, when she hit her with that first kick, right? And she was like, she done hit her in that leg. She already done fucked her leg up.
Speaking of which,
and here's the funny thing, Chris, and here's a connection for you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason why I don't throw Sasha under a bus. She had to survive that woman.
Yep.
That is why, with all of my comments about Sasha, you will never hear me dump her in the trash, because it takes guts to be a Sendai girl, and she made it through that training. So I will never take that away from Sasha. You're boring me, but bitch, you belong in that ring. You know what I mean? That's how I feel, yo. Like, Sasha, your gimmick sucks to me. You better put that hole in right the way you did. Thank you. You know how to do that. Thank you. I'm just a tough. This is what I'm saying. I'm just a tough critic of her. You know, I'm just a very tough critic of her. You know.
When is Carmelo Hayes going to the roster? Because him and Braun Breaker, that match at Stand and Deliver is going to be ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you this. I learned this. Denzel, am I wrong with this? Braun, you need to keep your ass down in NXT.
Yes, he does. I love Braun. Stay a little. You need to simmer in NXT for a little bit more.
Boy, it's times like this. I'm glad Vince is not here. Bring that kid up. He's ready.
Oh yeah, Vince would have brought his ass up.
He ain't ready.
Vince, he's not ready yet. Oh, sure he is. He's a Steiner, and he will dump that right on Braun's shoulders.
You know, when your uncle was out here, he had a mental breakdown. We're not going to have that.
Are we?
No, you're not.
Oh, you know, Sean.
I think Melo is gonna move after Mania.
Yeah. But look. Sean. Hey, first off, Denzel, that's Shawn Michaels' son. He's going to go to the main roster.
Absolutely.
Now, if I want to be totally honest, if I had my total control over it, real talk, I actually will keep Carmelo in there one more year, or at least
make him win the NXT championship.
And see, here's the funny thing. I'm also a person that doesn't think you necessarily need to win a championship in NXT to come up. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people too. But that's a if I want to keep him there to SummerSlam, yeah, he's gonna have to be Braun. But he's gonna have to be Braun. Braun needs to walk around without that belt for a while in NXT before he comes up.
Just to see, like, what are you?
What the fuck are you? Because right now, all you are is really explosiveness, and I'm seeing that the explosiveness does not transfer into you being a good wrestler
on the mic.
Oh God, oh man, y'all. Okay, coming to Jesus moment. Braun, you had your uncle's spirit for the first month, and it left you.
Yes, the hype was there, and it was like, oh shit, this motherfucker, and then it's like,
now you got to actually talk. See, here's the difference between you and your daddy and your uncle. Your dad didn't know how to talk.
Nope.
Your daddy, thank God he had Mean Gene to kind of guide him.
Also, D, he had this. Also, his dad had this. Oof.
He had a gimmick. Yeah, his dad had a gimmick. And real talk, your uncle can't talk worth a damn, but he's one of the best talkers in the whole business.
D, correction, he's the best rambler in the business.
He's not the best rambler. I'm also the best athlete, best wrestler. I'm also the best. I mean, look at me. Look at the muscles. Look at what I got. Look at all the girls.
All these freaks.
All the freaks want to get a piece of booty daddy. That's what they want. See, but here's what I'm saying. He had personality. He knew where to direct it. Like I said, Scott Steiner to me is a person who is always self-aware. Because remember when he came back, had last time to TNA, and everybody was booing Scott Steiner, and he turned off and flipped off the whole crowd. They were like, yeah. Scott immediately got in there, botched. Everybody laughed. Scott later revealed he did this shit on purpose.
I
Scott
get.
knows the business.
I
He
get.
knows the business. Come on.
Come on, guys. He's like he gets freaks 9 days out of the week. There's 7 days out of the week.
Watching that live, I
Twice
truly
on
thought.
Sundays.
I watched that live when it happened. I truly thought, yeah, look at it now was a bit, but when you see it live, you was like, "Yo, Scott, did you just really say that out loud?"
What about the other?
The
What about
look
his
on
other one?
Willie's face was real.
What about the other one when he was like, "You remember when Pearl Harbor bombed the Germans?" I legit was like, when he said that. No, D, you gotta look at me. When he said that, I literally was like,
Okay.
okay,
All right. Fine.
but Steiner. But there are some people that say that Steiner is goated promo wise because of his Samoa Joe a sacrifice. They say all men are equal.
That whole shit. I really feel he didn't even write that shit down. He just did it off his head. It just classic.
You got a 33. You got a 33 and a third chance. But then you also got to put in the fact that
Because
you're
he
going to be in the ring.
knows.
Because he
That's
knows.
He
You're
knows.
going to be in the ring with an Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. So that 33 and the third chance is cut in half.
62 third chance to win.
Will you take my 66 and third chance? Penny Williams, who was out there doing the Maple Leaf Muscle shit, I love it because he.
And then they had Raka Khan back there just as well. And she was just like,
I don't know what this white man is talking about.
It's like I'm just here to get a check.
I just love that Petey stopping was a bit, but I know he was like, I didn't know what the fuck Scott was talking about. I'm guaranteed I didn't know what Scott.
We need a breaking kayfabe of just interviewing him and be like, so what was you going through your mind when Scott Steiner did that?
I just like that Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is that type of Leo that is exactly one of my best friends. Is one of my best friends who is a Marine. He acts just like Scott Steiner. Where they're good guys. They're really good dudes. Yeah. What you gonna do? Like we had a red light. I'm about to cross this red light. Nigga, there's cars passing. Nigga, I can do it. But there's cars passing. What you trying to say? I ain't that good of a driver? Just do it, nigga.
Go for it, sir. Jesus.
Go for it. We're dying. Let's die.
Well, just get out of here.
Petey Williams had a story similar to that, where Scott's like, what you trying to say? I'm not that good of a driver? So, yeah, whatever. But yeah, man. This WrestleMania looks kind of interesting. The one thing I will say, though, with the hype, let's talk about the main event, which is Roman versus Cody. The one thing I will give up to them is how they're doing all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
And the whole thing with Paul, I liked how he told Paul that story about his dad. That was really good because Cody is fucking good. He knows how to fucking do that in wrestling. When to say shit like that at the perfect time. Because Paul was like, wow, damn.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that was a legit reaction from Paul, but he was,
I was
like,
about to go. You just messed me up, nigga.
you
Fuck
really
you.
just
Woo! You just messed up my whole promo, man.
He did. He was like, I was just gonna schmooze with you a little bit about it, but you went personal. It's just like, oh, and I love that the audience was like, oh, they recognized. I was like, oh, Cody really went there.
Yeah, Cody went there. That was like, oh man, I never knew that story. Damn, I did that for y'all. Like that is a deep story, man. Because I remember when Dusty did show up on ECW, and Dusty became Dusty again. He was right. That gave Dusty life again, and that was deep. It was the truth. It was the real truth. I like how at the end of that promo where he tried to make it personal, and I love Cody. Cody broke it down the way I would have said it. You know what? All I'm trying to do is win a stupid wrestling championship. That is it. That is all I want to do. But all of you want to keep making it personal.
I love that. I love the way he did that. And when he finally showed up, I love how all that was done. He's like, "Look, I ain't here to fight your brothers. I ain't here to fight your people. I'm here to fight you." And Roman did the cool thing because, all right, wise man, leave. All right, Kansas, shut the fuck up, Roman. I say shut the fuck up, Roman, because he's been hiding behind his whole people for a whole year. So he's been so as much as I respect the reign, he's been a paper champion to D for the last 12 months. And Roman has slowly been
for the past 2 years.
On my complete for the last year. For the last year, like I said, since the drama between him getting his cousins in line, after all of that settled, he's been a paper champion who has been scooting. Brock had his ass when the fucking crane came out. He was done when the crane came out. All right? And he has lived since then. So, like I said, Roman has been a paper champion to me for a minute. So I just love the fact that this nigga who hasn't broken a sweat really in months is like, all right, so what you want to talk about? Shut the fuck up, Roman.
Now, I will say this. I'm going to say
that little meeting was really, really good between them. And I was like, Roman, don't do it. Hey, I ain't never going to disrespect your dad. That's not going to happen. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because it was Vince. Because if Vince was there, talk about him. Talk about how fat he was.
Now, I will say this. Now, I am going to say this. I'm going to save this for the next episode because I really want to, spotlight AEW and the Revolution pay-per-view and the next one they have. Was it the next Ring of Honor AEW pay-per-view that they got?
Oh God, I didn't know they was going to do a pay-per-view. I didn't know what.
Yeah, they're doing. I think the next one is hold up. I think the next one is.
No, I'm thinking of. They just did Revolution.
They did Revolution. The next one is. Fuck.
It ain't gonna be an all out. It's not gonna be
no, it's not all out. Is it double or nothing?
It can't be double or nothing. Is it double or nothing? It might be. God, it might be double or nothing. It's not coming up on that time for that.
Supercard of Honor in Los Angeles at the end of this month.
So they're gonna do it. They're gonna still do a WrestleMania weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, ain't that cute?
And the matches.
Ain't that cute? If Ring of Honor got an influx of money, they still got to run during WrestleMania weekend.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting because it's like because number one, you forget Samoa Joe was dual belts. He lost the TNT belt to what's his face? God damn it, keep forgetting that kid's name. Ricky Starks.
Yeah, I thought Ricky lost that though.
No, not Ricky Starks. Harlow. Harlow beat Samoa Joe for the TNT belt.
I'm sorry, Wardlow got that job.
Yeah, Wardlow beat Samoa Joe for the TNT,
and
then Powerhouse Hobbs
took it.
I thought Powerhouse won a ladder match. That's the last Hobbs beat
Wardlow at was it Dynamite that he beat him?
It was a Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite. He beat him for the TNT belt.
No, it wasn't Dynamite. I think it was.
Was the other one?
It was Rampage. I think it was Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage. Rampage.
Like I said, I haven't seen.
Yeah, it was Rampage.
All right. Keep it real. Because Hobbs gotten better. I haven't really seen him wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
He's gotten better. I can kind of see why he's not in the championship spotlight at the moment, but he's gotten better.
Yeah. I just whatever.
But the House of Black won the trios belt, which I'm like, yes, thank you.
Watching that Daniel Bryan MJF match was okay. It was good. Here's the problem I have with it. It was an Iron Man match. And number one, number two, MJF is only good for 10 minutes of wrestling. Number three, it felt like it went on. Like I know it's an Iron Man match, but it felt like it was like y'all doing too much. Like it felt like shut up, bring it in. But people again,
they like it.
It's me. People like MJF as a champion, man.
They're AEW's next pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, May 28th, 2023.
Yeah, so Supercard of Honor is the next one that they're doing.
You know what? I do have one question though, man. I really do mean it, man. when it comes to all this, how serious? This is just me. How seriously should I take MJF as a draw? That's a good question. Because I get that he's the champion. I get that he's the rebellious thing at that at AEW, but how good is he really? Like I like at this like this is a question, man. You know what I mean? Like I get that they really want to put him on there and all the rest of that, but how much money is he making for the company? That's just like again.
Yeah.
I think I'm wrong, and I think he's probably there's a reason why he's a champion and all the rest of that. It's just that I don't see it, so I need somebody to explain that to me. That's all. That's all. It's not even a big deal, you know. It's not like I'm trying to say strip this motherfucker of his belt. It's just.
But
he's a champion like that? I mean, yeah, I take him over Hangman, but still, yeah, because when I told y'all he was a vacuum of nothing.
Boy. But yeah, I definitely want to. But like I said, next episode I do want to talk about AEW and also New Japan because there's been a lot of shakeups over in New Japan at the moment.
Yeah, there's been some type of shakeups. I don't know all of them myself, so yeah, I would have to actually look.
Yeah, it gives us time. You know, like I said, Supercard Honor and all that stuff's happening. So yeah, that'll definitely be a good thing to do. And also me stacking coins up because I want to go to WrestleMania next year in Philly. So,
look, I already settled. I'm just going to the weekend. I'm just going to Access and I'm done. I'm going to Access.
So meaning that if I got tickets, I'll just be like, so D, you coming? I'll be there in the parking lot.
Parking lot probably. No. I mean, actually, how high are you going to be up, man? I seen the prices of those tickets. Fuck you and your.
It depends. It depends, man. Because like I said, I'm
not trying to be up high in the link. April, where there's a stiff 44 degree wind.
Hey, look, I'm at a point to where it's like I'll take any seat that I can get just to say I was at WrestleMania. That's where I'm at right now.
I don't blame you for that, but I have already settled. I'm going to go to Access. I'm taking my kids to Access.
It also doesn't help, like I said,
the highway for that. Damn it!
It doesn't also help that Denzel's like, "Gosh, you got to come wrestle." And I was like, "Yeah, I have to see this. I have to see this."
You got to see you wrestle. Like just going like Denzel. I'm walking through the streets of Philadelphia right now. There's throw up everywhere. I'm trying to get to this. Hold on. And Denzel, you know this part's going to be true. I'm trying to find this little rinky-dink gym that you're in. You're like, D, I'm over at blah blah blah. No, you're not. Like you're not over here. Like, where you at? Oh. Who's that, D? It's PWG. I'm at the wrong one. This is Russell Circus. Russell Circus is still going on. You're thinking about the old. Look, I will tell you this, Denzel. We still need to make our promise. All three of us. We still need to go to. Are they still doing it at CZW? Are still doing Tournament of Death at CZW?
Oh wow! I think.
Are they still doing it?
Are they still
since COVID? Are they still doing it?
I think
we've been meaning to go.
I gotta check with Nate.
Hold up, you said CZW. Which one? What is it?
Tournament of Death.
Tournament of Death. I gotta check with Nate. I gotta check with Nate. Which, funny enough, so Nate of the Rep.
CZW
married
tournament.
To my cousin.
Hold on. Whoa.
Like I mean, like blood cousin. Like my cousin's dad is my grandfather's brother. And I told this, and I said this to like my trainer and all that, and they were like, wait. So you mean to tell me that your cousin Carlia has been with Nate of the Rep for over 5 years, and you're just now getting into wrestling? And I told them straight in the face. I said, I didn't realize she was with Nate. I knew she was with a dude named Nate who was good and all that stuff, but I didn't know it was Nate.
So
yeah, they haven't announced any Tournament of Death for this year. It's just the one from last year.
Oh, so they are still doing it.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to go Tournament of Death because I wanted to be the only black guys drinking. Yeah. Hit him with the lamp.
Here's his horse.
Here's some brass knuckles. Use them. Oh God.
Anyways, this has been fun. Come
on. Think about it. One dude get hit, bust open. All three of us. Hepatitis. Hepatitis.
Hey, get these guys out of here now.
I'm out of there. Hold on, Denzel. Make sure you're getting your gimmick. So we be like beating everything out of y'all. Doing a whole little thing. We be back.
They gonna be like, Denzel,
we
get your
put
ass.
you over. We done put you over. Make sure when we get dragged out, we got one of the signs of the promotion on our hand.
ACPW. Oh God, no.
But see, that just means that
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. I don't know, but I part of me think Dan Zane actually got some pockets, and he's like, "Look, y'all not going to show none of that on my show. I understand this is CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, but we don't accept that. Actually, I know the guys that work at your place. Here's you. Oh, you do? Yeah. I don't.
Really, Zandig. No,
Zandig. Yeah, I think Zandig got some motherfucking pockets, dog. I don't think we could.
Zandig trained my trainer.
That's
Ty Reno.
That's why I say I don't think that actually now that I think about it, I don't think this is a good idea that we should.
We come out as Denzel's.
Sir, I would say you actually wrestle there. That was fun, wasn't it? What wrestling there? Because you're not going to no more. I'll make sure that you're not going to embarrass me on my product. Okay.
And then knowing Zandig, he would message.
Is he Vince McMahoning us?
He would message my OG and be like, so one of your students was being a nuisance at my place, and I would be like, I would have to hear from OG like, so you went to my stomping grounds and wanted to act a fool
and went into making for business on your own end while you represent my school. Bye.
Right. That's why I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
You're not independent. Who's gonna book you? Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here.
Come out as Denzel's managers.
Look, Denzel looking all sad. Denzel looking outside. He throws a random luchador mask at you. Take this shit.
All of a sudden, I gotta run away to Atlanta to hang out with my boy.
No, you just go into one of those many, and this is not DB, this is DB and funny, but it's true. One of those many dysfunctional houses where everybody's a wrestler and everybody got a shitty job, and one of them's Velveteen Dream. That nigga don't work. He's just
like I said.
Look, Velveteen's still living off of NXT checks, just being a scumbag.
So, like I said, I would have to move to Atlanta and hang out with my boy Shaim Ali, who trains in Atlanta, and I think he trains at the Nightmare Factory.
All right, go down there. I see you and him on the news in a fraud case.
Man.
Something that you gotta think of, like, what crimes do wrestlers do? Fraud.
But anyways, that is. Look, all I'm saying is this: Denzel, if you come out as wrestler, we have to be your managers, and I have to have like a container of like chicken and mumbo sauce, shaking it as Denzel's walking to the ring and shit.
Why the chicken and mumbo sauce?
Gotta have a little DC flavor to it, you know.
Denzel. The day you actually, you better the day you become independent, you need to tell me so we can come up with a gimmick, so we can make sure that if you're going to be a comedy gimmick, you better call me. You better call D, and then you're going to have to immediately teach me how to bump properly, because you think I'm not going to manage you and I'm not going to take a bump? I'm taking these. I'm taking L's. You're going to be flying into me a couple of times.
So D,
you're going to punch the shit out of me a few times. Though.
So what you're saying is, D, you're going to be the Danhausen, essentially.
No. I'm gonna be Cornette. I'm gonna do Cornette shit. That means I have to take a bump. That means I know I need to learn how to tuck my head just in case.
Gotta have the paddle.
The one thing though, I will say this though, real quick before this last thing I can say before we get off. I do hate when I have to hear about how those managers used to break their legs and break stuff, and I think to myself, that's because you're wearing loafers and you're running away from. when Cornette said he did the scalpel thing and he fell to the ground, you were wearing loafers, dude.
Oh shit, you're gonna break your leg? Like click clack, you're done.
Actually, that was funny. Him talking about him, he broke his leg. I love that thing because he hit the ground. And I just love how he put over, like, he on the ground, half dying. Motherfucking big boss man go over there. What's wrong? I'm shooting. Oh, man, you're so good. Good, Jimmy. They believe it. Oh, good, Jimmy. Get my ass out of here. Oh, shit, you're hurting, Jimmy.
It's like, dude, it's like how some people do.
I'm sorry, Big Boss Man was so done. Like, good, man. I love this shit. He over, Jim Cornette had him making that type of sound.
That's like the story that Stone Cold said about Boss Man, how he had to give Boss Man a receipt because Boss Man was landing the punches too big, too thick. He was like, he hit him with the clothesline. And Boss Man looks up at him and goes, "Okay, I got you."
The best one I hear. Oh God, that is one of the best ones I never heard. Like, it's just so funny, man. Anyway, but yeah, that is it.
That is it for Working Title Sports Show. We'll be back next time. Peace out.
Later.
My whole bracket is busted.